everybody, and welcome to another edition of Come Chat with me, Lee Gilbert. I'm here in my home studio tonight in Pontypridd in South Wales, just about to record a song for the end of the show, which I hope you're going to enjoy. I also hope you're going to enjoy the two interviews that I've got for you this evening. I've got Terry Walton from BBC Radio 2, and from London's West End, I've got the lovely Sophie Evans. They're both going to be giving us a little bit of an insight into their life during lockdown and beyond. So sit back, relax, enjoy yourself. This is Come Chat with me, and I'll see you on the other side. Terry Walton is a familiar voice to all of us from his broadcasts on Radio Wales and on BBC Radio 2. He does these from his allotment up in Llanapier in the Rhondda. He's a familiar voice to everybody, but maybe you don't know his face just yet. So I thought I'd ask Terry on just for a little chat to see how lockdown is affecting him and all he's doing.
Hello, Terry. How are you?
I am fine, mate. How are you doing?
I'm all right. Thanks. Yeah. Are you keeping busy or?
Oh, stupidly. And there's so many people these days want to do gardening, and I guess so many people want little tips, and so many of my friends who've never done gardening before suddenly want to buy a pot and grow an whole acre of crops, and they don't work.
The thing is, we're all stuck in the gardens here, aren't we? So everybody wants to make their gardens look better, and you're the man, I suppose, you for all the advice.
Oh, I don't know about that. I'm often heard but never seen. You're lucky, Lee.
Well, that was part of the reason for asking you on, you know. I just thought, well, everybody knows your voice, you know, but I don't suppose everybody knows your face just yet, do they? I know you've started to do bits on BBC Wales, haven't you? But
well, I do that 3 times a week. Well, I did up to this week. I did Monday, Wednesday, Friday. We have a tip of the day.
Ah, is that what it is?
Yeah, so, I pick one vegetable or one tip in the garden to give people, and then I usually answer one question. But next week they're going back to a more routine 45-minute question and answer where people can ring in. Yeah. So we're hopefully going to get back to reality. Yeah.
So,
but I have tried this FaceTime audio as well. We're answering questions, but I can't keep up with them. They go zoom, zoom, zoom.
It's too much, is it? You've been doing this for a few years now, haven't you, on the radio?
2003, yeah. 17 years.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
So did you just fall into it, or is it something you try to get into?
No. I mean, I've always been a keen gardener. I've always had my allotment since the age of 11. Yeah. And when I retired early, not by choice, and the old company reorganised, I thought I'll have a bit of peace and quiet and go to the allotment, just spend more time on the allotment. And then Jeremy Vine started. He took over from, what was the guy's name? He'd been there for years.
Terry Walton?
No, he never took him. He was one of the oldest ones on there, didn't he? I think, what was his name?
Oh, Jimmy Young. No, not Jimmy Young.
Jimmy Young. He took over from Jimmy Young.
Of course.
Yeah, he said. And then about a month after he'd been on there, he suddenly did one Friday afternoon, a programme on allotments.
Right.
And he does the 1 to 2 as a light-hearted bit. And he couldn't get over how busy it was and how enthusiastic people were. So tongue-in-cheek at the end of it, he said, we ought to get out more and adopt allotments. Any of you listeners want to adopt allotments, please ring in. Anyway, I never there. I was at the allotment, and I come home. My wife's a big listener of Radio 2. I said, Jeremy Vine wants to adopt allotments. You spend all your life on that thing. Why didn't you put in for it? I said, you can't garden on the radio. What a stupid idea that is. It's impossible. Anyway, I got nagged with my 2 boys, and I finally contacted the show, and out of the blue, and then they came back to me and said, we got 600 applicants. We're going round them all now. We'll have a look who we want. And I finally they whittled it down to 5. And I got interviewed by the producer, and that was it. Took off. I'd never done any broadcasting, anything of that nature whatsoever. And he said, you live tomorrow.
Life can throw you a couple of turns, can't it? And before you know it, you're famous on the radio, and for something you never thought you'd be doing. That's brilliant.
No, I've never even dreamed of that. You know, I've never been interested in everything else, but it was great to be able to share the passion of gardening with the 6.5 million listeners. And if I can convert one every show, then I've done a good job. I never had the allotment look so tidy because I go there every morning, 7 days a week, spend my 2.5, 3 hours there, and everybody else is there, completely social distance. But there's never been so much work done on the allotments because normally other things you can do in between. Yeah. But you can't go anywhere. No. I mean, Wales is still in complete lockdown, isn't it?
Exactly. And it's so dry at the moment as well, isn't it? I mean, is that causing problems for gardeners?
Yeah, we lucky we do have access to plenty of water coming off the Welsh mountains. So at the moment we're okay. And this is great growing conditions, providing you can get the water on it, you know. So warm days, warm nights, and everything is flourishing. But it's great to get rid of the weeds because you can go through and chop them off. And in this heat of the afternoon, they get sizzled. So it's brilliant from that point of view.
Yeah. Some of the little flowers are getting sizzled as well, though, and I think I planted it in the wrong place.
It's too hot at the moment. I mean, vegetables don't like it much above 20, 21. And when it hits the mid-20s, and by the weekend it's supposed to be rising into the high 20s, they don't like it at all. They flop and they get really stressed. And when they get stressed, out will come the diseases, out will come the pests and attack them. Yeah. It's like everybody, when you're down, everybody wants to go, don't they?
Of course they do. Of course they do. So what are people asking you at the minute then? What's the big problems out there? What's everybody worrying about?
Not the big problems. People who've never grown before just ask me the usual question: what can I grow? And my usual answer is, what do you want to grow? Because there's no point me telling you how to grow something you don't like. But a nice little story years ago when a young couple joined us on the allotments. It was around about May. I was planting loads of Brussels sprouts for the winter. And this young couple came in and they said, "What are you planting, Terry?" I said, "Brussels sprouts." "Oh, they're lovely looking plants." So, "Well, do you want 2 or 3? "Yeah." So I give them half a dozen and off they went. Happy as sandboys. And about October came around now and they came over and they said, "Terry," he said, "these sprouts are growing really well. Do you want some sprouts?" I said, "No, I got plenty of my own. I don't need any sprouts." I said, "Well, when you take them home?" "Oh, we don't like them." And it's the same when people are saying, "What do you want to grow?" And the first thing I always tell them, grow salad stuff. "But we don't eat salad. What do you want to grow?" And I'll give you some tips how to grow it. And I don't go look for the most complex, tallest thing. You know, people say, "Well, I love sweet corn." "What have you got?" "I got 3 pots." "But you got sweet corn in 3 pots. I can tell you that now. No. So pick something smaller, and you can go for stuff like carrots and beetroot. And don't go for cabbagey material. They take up too much room. Unless you've got a decent bit of space, stick to something you can get within 6 to 8 weeks of sowing, and stick to something that's easy and small. Don't go for the complicated, bigger crops. And again, if you've got a decent sized pot, and you can put 6, 8 foot canes in it with a bit of weight in the bottom, you can grow half a dozen beans, and that'll give you a feed once a week. So you can grow those sort of things. But there's a limit to what you can do anyway.
Yeah, of course.
Yeah,
of course. So you a flower man as well, or is it just vegetables for you?
Flowers in the back garden, yeah, all the back garden. I used to grow thousands, and I mean thousands of annuals, and change the garden to front and back twice a year, to rip all the spring out, plant anything up to 3,000 different plants. And we have a fantastic show, but as you can see from the colour there, it's not quite the same colour as yours. It's
on this way.
So taking everything out now and putting everything in is gone. So about 80% of it's now perennials, which come every year, and I just look after them. But I still grow far too many pots. And one of the disadvantages here, I grew some stuff, and I normally go to a local garden nursery and pick up some extra plants to go in. And this year he was shut. And so I managed to fill the pots, but not necessarily as I wanted them, you know. So you've got to make do in an emergency. I mean,
what was your background before? I didn't ask you, did I? Because you were gardening probably just for yourself, but
yeah.
What was you were in industry?
I was in industry. I was a qualified engineer. I did my apprenticeship in the old pencil factory. And you know Pontyclean, the old pencil factory was there.
Yes.
It was Royal Sovereign when I joined. They took me on.
Hello, there's a lady behind you there. Hello.
It's the boss. It's the boss.
Boss is in, is she?
Hello. The answer to go in the flower pots, or did he?
She's the power behind the thorn. Yeah. She put in 2 million antirrhiniums. Said, "What are we going to do with all them?" We filled all the pots with them, no? Yeah. But anyway, I joined them, and I was a chemist for about 6 months. They said, "No, we want someone to do engineering." And they sent me to college. I trained in engineering. And then after I finished my apprenticeship, I joined Perkin Elmer next to the Royal Mint.
I know.
As a production planner. I used to put down all the jobs, and was qualified engineer. And as the place grew, I just got further and further up the chain and ended up being the managing director.
Wow.
And the was my safeguard when I've been work all day indoors with the noise, the phones, and everything going on around me. I couldn't wait to get home and have an hour on the allotments to unwind, bring the brain back before I sat in the house. So my wife said, well, you're coming home, you're dashing out again. So look, I'm no good being in the house for this hour. Let me go. Let me have an hour relaxation. And I'll come back and have a shower. And then I'll be almost semi-normal anyway, if you can call it that.
And there you are. Look, you thought you'd left your career behind, and now you've started a completely new one as a celebrity.
Yeah, and it's one of these crazy things, you know, once you get into the media, yeah, everybody seems to pick things up, don't they? And you get called up. I mean, I've got quite a big talk circuit now. I think I've done virtually every WI in Wales. I go to all the garden shows and do presentations there, so I get all that opportunity. And you get plenty of garden centre talks early in the season to get things going. So, yeah, you're quite busy off the circuit. And again, having gone through Radio 2, I then got picked up by Radio Wales, and then by Radio Hereford, and then Radio Bristol, and Radio Rhondda. So I just done a broadcast earlier on Radio Rhondda at 2:30. So
I'm hoping this is going to go out on Radio Rhondda as well as a podcast. It'll go out on YouTube and social media. Then this will go.
Oh, right. Oh, it's going on Radio Rhondda as well.
Tell you what, I bet you're the sort of bloke that knows a decent joke.
I know one. Yeah, I'll give you one now then.
Go on.
There was a little family of balloons, right? Mommy balloon, daddy balloon, and baby balloon. And every night when they were in bed, baby balloon used to snuggle in between daddy and mommy balloon. Anyhow, after about 4 years of this, mommy balloon said to daddy balloon, look, baby balloon's now 4 years old. Didn't think it was time he slept in his own bedroom. Okay, he said, we'll put the bedroom together. I'll take him in and explain to him. So he took him into his new bedroom. So you see your bed, son? He said, mommy and daddy got to go back to their normal life. You've got to sleep in on your own. So he wasn't very happy anyway. They put him to bed about 8 o'clock. He settled down. They go to bed about 11 o'clock. Well, fast off to sleep. 2 o'clock in the morning, now baby balloon wakes up. All lost and doing what he is. So he comes out of bed, he creeps across the landing into mommy and daddy's bedroom, and they are fast asleep. So he tries to get in bed between them, and he can't. So I don't know. He said, I let a bit of air out to my father, he said, so that might make a bit of room when he squeeze in. So he lets a bit of air out to his father. Still trying to get in, he couldn't get in. I know what I'll do, he said, I'll let a bit of air out to my mommy. He takes a bit of air to his mommy, still couldn't get in. So he thought, last resort now, I'll have to let myself down a bit. So he lets a little bit of air to himself, and then he sneezes in, and he's right in, warm, and falls asleep. And your father wakes up in the morning, blimey, what are you doing here? So he grabs him by the neck, because he's down the arms, being a balloon, takes him back in his own room. He said, son, he said, you have disappointed me. He said, you let your father down, you let your mommy down. You know the worst thing he said? You let yourself down.
Fair play. I don't know. That's not bad. That's not bad. Anyway, thanks very much, Terry. Lovely to see you. Lovely to meet you.
No problem, Lee. Take
Catch
care.
you again.
Stay safe and keep gardening.
You too, sir. Thanks very much.
Hey, bye now.
Ta-ra now.
Ta-ra.
So that was Terry Walton there. Fantastic character and great to meet him. Another fantastic character that I know you've all been asking about is, of course, Auntie Enid. And she's here right now to answer another question.
Hello. Welcome to another Ask Enid. Oh, and I've had a phone call come flying in. Have a listen to this now.
Hi Enid, it's Tom from Portsmouth. I was wondering whether you could help me. I'm drinking quite a lot during lockdown. I start with 1 gin and tonic, and then it moves on to 2, and then before I know it, I'm playing my favourite Joe McDonald CD, and I've had about 10. I'm worried I'm becoming an alcoholic. Please help. What can I do?
Tom from Portsmouth. Oh, thank you for your call, my darling. Listen now, love, right? Nobody likes a gin more than I do. Let's be honest, right? I love a little bit of Gordon. Oh, I do. But 10 is probably stretching it a little bit, babes, right? You got to hold back on that in one night, I think. You know, have a little think about why you're doing the 10th one. But I think what we've got to talk about, Bayard, is far deeper than that, babes. It's your taste in music, love. I mean, Jane MacDonald. Oh, God. I mean, right. Okay, now, look, I know you're an English boy. Right, that's not your fault. That's not your fault at all. Nothing you can do about that, right? You're not the Welsh boy. You don't understand music to the level that you could. All right, but so what we're going to do is we're going to enroll you in a little bit of bassy therapy, we call it. Bassy therapy, and you'll find out what a bloody good singer is. All right? Oh, the thing is, Tom, right? Shirley Bassey will do things for you when you were drunk, love, that Jane McDonald will never do. Now listen to me, right? We're going to do a little class, all right? Little Bassey class, better Bassey therapy, Fearne, all right? I'm going to pretend I've had 2 or 3 gins, right? And I'm going to show you exactly what to do, all right? So just follow my lead, babes. So, here we go, Tom from Portsmouth. Little bit of Shirley, little bit of gin, not too much gin, little bit, and this is how we do it. Ready?
This is me. This is me. This is my life, and I don't give a damn for lost emotions. I've such a lot of love I've got to give. Let me live. Let me live.
That's it, Tom. That's all you got to do, right? A little bit of that, like 2 or 3 gins, maximum now, right? Stick to that now on a lockdown night, innit? You know, especially if it's a weekday, love. Little bit of Shirl. Forget Jane McDonald, right? She's, nothing. But there we are. That's all you got to do, love. And you'll see lockdown through lovely. You'll have a lovely time. You've been Bassey-sized now. Bassey-sized. Anyway, you're a Bassey boy now, all right? There we are, babes. Sorted.
Sophie Evans is a young lady from the Rhondda. She's been singing all of her life. I saw her first when she was about 14 singing in a talent contest in Tonopandi. She went on to star in the BBC talent show Over the Rainbow and then became Dorothy in the West End at the London Palladium. From there, she became part of the worldwide smash Wicked and again played Glinda the Good Witch in the West End for 2 years. She's been in films, she's played Broadway. She's an amazing young lady. She's a recording artist and she's with me today. This is Sophie Evans.
Hello, Sophie Evans. How are you?
Oh, hello, Lily Gilbert. I'm very well, thank you. How are you?
Yeah, I'm all right. So how's lockdown treating you?
Do you know what? It's not been terrible. I've had some down days, which I think majority of people have. But in the grand scheme of things, I'm all right. I think there's people way worse off. And I'm not someone that likes to think about other people's misfortune, but, you know, in the grand scheme of things, we're very lucky at the moment, I think.
Because you've just moved into a new house, haven't you, with your boyfriend there? You lived with Ellis Jenkins, the rugby player, just in case people...
Yes, Ellis Jenkins is my co-inhabitor. Is that a word? No, yeah, he's my boyfriend. We've been in each other's lives for a very long time, so we're very used to him now. But yeah, we're really lucky. We get on really well. We haven't killed each other yet, so that's a plus, you know.
Good. So let's talk about you then, because I want people to know all about you. So you've been singing forever, haven't you? Forever,
since the dawn of time. No, yeah, since I was about 4, I can remember singing. My mother reckons she could see it in me from very young. She would sing to me and I just responded to music, whereas my sister didn't. She does like to sing, but she didn't quite respond in the same way. And then I did amateur dramatics from about 6 years old up in the Park and Day in Treorchy. I used to get the same feeling in the Park and Day as I did in the Palladium in London. So I think local amateur theatre, I was speaking about this to another friend the other week, is really special, and I love those memories, and I'm so glad that our area had such amazing amateur dramatics. And then I went on to do my school productions, and I was really lucky again to have a really, really good drama department, music department, really nurturing teachers. I loved my school experience. I know a lot of people don't, but I really miss school. And then my life got turned upside down when I was about 16, 17, and I moved to London.
And that was for?
That was for Over the Rainbow, which celebrated, which was a TV show, if anyone, some people weren't even born, because it was 10 years ago. This just gone last weekend was the 10-year anniversary. And it was where Andrew Lloyd Webber searched for a Dorothy around the UK. And I think there was about 10,000 girls applied. And I came second.
That's where you'll find me. Birds fly.
the rainbow, why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I? So it's one of my craziest experiences, but also just experience you'll never get again. I look back and think if I got asked to do it now, I'm not sure I would do it again. But at the time, it was intense training and just thrown massively in the deep end. And
So is it better to do something like that, do you think, or go off to drama college and learn that way? What you did was basically, as you said, you just threw yourself in the deep end and did it, hit the ground running, really.
yeah, I mean, everybody's different. I wouldn't change my experience. I always remind myself of how lucky I've been, you know, to be 17, catapulted onto this TV show, and then be Dorothy in the West End at 17 was just alternate, not the part, first of all. But some people really, really thrive off college, and 3 years at drama school really works for them. I did 3 months at an amazing college called Arts Ed in London,
Right.
just before I started rehearsals for The Wizard of Oz. So Andrew was really, really kind and funded me to go to drama school for 3 months. But I'm someone who likes to do things. I'm really impatient. So I'm not sure how I would have coped in a 3-year course. But if Over the Rainbow hadn't have happened, I would love to have auditioned for the Royal Welsh in Cardiff, or Mountview, Guildford in London. They're the schools I really would have liked to have auditioned for. But there's no saying I would have even got in. This, you know, the butterfly effect, isn't it? You know, you just never know how your life would have panned out if you did make that one decision.
You left The Wizard of Oz, and then where did you go after that?
So I was in The Wizard of Oz for nearly 2 years. I was alternate for a year, and then I took over the role. And I auditioned for a few things towards the end of The Wizard of Oz, because you're always looking for your next job and you know the end is coming up. And I was really, really lucky to get a cameo role in The World's End, which was a film with Simon Pegg and Nick Frost.
I saw it.
So I was very, very lucky, again, to have something to look forward to, because something as big as a 2-year West End run, like I felt it after Wicked, it's such a drop. It's such a dramatic feeling, where you go from being busy and exhausted and doing 8 shows a week, you know, in a cast in London, going out, enjoying that kind of lifestyle, to, oh, I'm going to do anything. I'm going to do anything today. Nothing. It's a really, really strange feeling. So I was lucky that I had the film to go on to. So I did that then up until, I think, Christmas time that year. And then I just started touring with concerts, and I've done that on and off, even up till now. So that's really how I stay in the public eye and stay busy and make sure I keep singing, is by doing concert work, and I really enjoy it.
Sophie has sung in venues all across the world, but here's a little clip of a concert that Sophie and I did together in the Rhondda Valley about 2 years ago.
obviously, Wicked. How did Wicked come along? Is that something you auditioned for, or do you get asked to do things like that?
Yeah, so in between Wicked and the Wizard of Oz and Wicked, I actually joined Lord of the Dance.
Of course, yeah.
So I did that on and off for about 2.5 years. And that was just a mad experience because I travelled the world with it. And I think if you can travel and work and get paid to do that, that's like cream of the crop. I was thrilled. And my job was so easy. I did 3 songs while the dancers were, killing themselves doing all these routines. I just came on, did 3 songs, and then I was like, right, I'm off. And it was so easy.
To New York.
Yeah, exactly. I did 3 months in New York. Then we did an American tour, which ended in Vegas at the Coliseum. Honestly, like
Brilliant.
nuts. And then we did Canada, we did Taiwan. I did a UK tour as well, so I saw all of the UK, which I think I love the UK, and I love that I got to see different parts. I'm really, really proud to be from here, and it was really fun. And then in the middle of my UK tour, I got a call about auditioning for Wicked, and I was in Edinburgh at the time, I think, my first audition. So I had to fly down from Edinburgh to London in the day, and then fly back to Edinburgh in the night to do the show. So it was absolutely bonkers. And I remember thinking, oh, Wicked is, my favourite show in the world. But also thinking, I'm not going to get it, but I can't believe I'm being seen. I think they get something ridiculous, like 5,000 applicants or 6,000 applicants every year. So the fact that I was even in the room was a miracle. And I went down, did the audition, and on the spot, because they knew I was on tour, they said, oh, we'd really like to recall you, but we understand that you're on tour, so we need to, fix a date that works for the both of us. So we decided, I can come down, in 2 weeks' time. Went back down, did more material, met all the team, and then again on the spot, because they knew I was on tour, it was like, we'll have you back for a 3rd recall, and this will be more of a workshop style, so really look at this scene, look at that song, we'll work on this phrase. And then it was like, okay, this is the final now. So I did 4 auditions in total. Get the final, they film you, and they say, this is going off to the American creative team. Yeah. So in your head, you're thinking, oh my gosh, even Broadway are going to see my face. And still at this point, I was like, I'm not going to get it, but I'm in the final for Wicked. This is, incredible. And then I got it. It was mad.
Amazing.
Honest.
Amazing. So it's exhausting, a show that big, and the amount of things you've got to do in that show. It must be so physically demanding.
Yeah, it was. It's mad because the first year, maybe the first 6 months, you're just getting into your stride. And I decided at 6 months that I wanted to stay on for another year. So I knew at 6 months that I had another 18 months to go. So got a 6 months point, and you've just about solidified your character. The singing has got into your voice, it's muscle memory now, is no problem. You're starting to be able to enjoy your life a little bit alongside the show. And then you think, I've got to do this for another 18 months. And then the tiredness just starts to creep in a little bit. Every day it's like, hello, you're tired today. Here we go again, got to do 2 shows. But, it just becomes a little bit like exhausting. But then you get your holidays and you recharge and you go again. But never was I bored of it. Never, ever, ever was I bored of singing the songs or wearing the costumes. I was so lucky with the casts that I had. We were all really, really close. But towards the end, I was mentally and physically really exhausted. Like, to the point that I had to have physio 2-3 times a week because my back. Because in the show, I don't know if people understand what I mean when I say the stage was raked. So it's on a slope. So that just puts your whole spine and body just out of line. And then add heels on top of that, so I'm in heels. Then add a dress that weighs about a stone on top, holding a wand. It's just repetitive, like, of course, same movement, holding a wand. So by the end, my back was in bits, honest to God.
You did get to fly in a big bubble, though, in fairness.
Yeah, I know. I didn't have to walk for the first, 10 minutes. They just floated me around. And it was a mental thing. It was just mentally, like, where do I... Because I'm such a fan of the show that I used to feel guilty about if I woke up on a Wednesday morning and I knew I had 2 shows to do. and I felt shattered. My voice was fine, but you just feel, it's just like a haze over your head. You just can't perk yourself up. And it's finding those places to pull the energy from. And some days it's just, you do the show and you think, oh, that was just really flat. It was just a flat show for me. And then I felt guilty about giving the audience a flat show. But, you know, it's the way all performers think. You're really hard on yourself.
Did you have the same, you were there for 2 years, did you have the same alphabet all the way through?
Yeah, so I had Alice Fearne, who is one of the best alphabets, if not the best that's ever been on them, definitely. She's just a professional. She's, her way of being able to, so she'd come in with a full-on cold and be like, oh, I don't feel very well, and coughing. And then she'd just belt out Defying Gravity, and I'd be like, that's so annoying that you can just come in and just belt out Defying Gravity. But it's because she's so like professional, and what's the word I'm trying to think of? She just knows how to sing. She's really technically perfect when she sings.
But so together, I think you both sounded amazing, I've got to say.
Oh, thank you. No,
I think this should be a good time, actually, if we just played a little clip of you both singing together, a song from Wicked.
Lovely.
Do you want to introduce it?
This is myself and Alice Fearne singing my favourite song from the show, For Good.
I've heard it said that people come into our lives for a reason, bringing something we must learn, and we are led to those who help us most to grow if we let them, and we help them in return. Well, I don't know if I believe that's true, but I know I'm who I am today because I knew you. Like a comet pulled from orbit as it passes a sun, like a stream that meets a boulder halfway through the wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, I have been changed for good. Like a ship blown from its mooring, I went off the sea. Like a seed dropped by a skybird in a distant wood. Who can say if I've been changed for the better? But because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good. And just to clear the air, I ask forgiveness for the things I've done you blame me for. But then I guess we know there's blame to share, and none of it seems to matter anymore. I do believe I have been changed for the better. And because I knew you, because I knew you, because I knew you, I have been changed for good.
That was fantastic. You both sound amazing, I've got to say.
Oh, I love
That's wonderful. So what's next for Sophie Evans then? Where's your career going I know this situation is pretty rubbish, but are you planning, or are you thinking of doing other things, or what's going on?
Yeah, do you know what? I don't know if you find this being a singer, but that's the case all the time. You're always thinking, what's next, what's next, what's next? Even when you're in the middle of something big like Wicked, even towards the end, I was like, right, what's next? I need to have something to do. So that's why I did an album. I did an album back last autumn, and that's kind of kept me busy up until just the start of this year. Oh, like magic. We didn't even plan that. That's great.
There's my little signed copy there. Now then, there's some stuff on here that I really like. This is an EP, by the way, isn't it? Let's just tell everybody. Yeah. Is it still available? Can they get it?
It is, yeah. You can download on Spotify, iTunes, all the normal streaming sites, and then I have my own stock here though that I post out personally, sign them personally. So message me on Instagram. I always look at my direct messages and make sure I find them.
I'll tell people it's very worth it. It's a lovely album, and you should get one.
Thank you very much.
And I think what I'll do is at the end of this program, I think I'll play your version of "I'm Alive," if that's all right, because that's one I.
Yeah, lovely. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Pleasure. What is left for you to do then? What is your goal? Where do you see yourself in 5 years or?
In 5 years, I'd love to have 1 or 2 more West End roles under my belt. If I could choose, and it was an ideal world, it'd be either Fontaine and Les Mis or Miss Honey and Matilda. Beautiful show. There are a couple of things. I'd even like to go back to Wicked for a little while if they'd let me. Because I just love it, and there's something about that show that I don't think I'll ever feel like totally done with it. I think I'll get to 50 and be like, Madam Horrible audition.
Would you want to go back? If you went back, I mean, Glinda is your casting, but would the Elphaba thing be something you'd want to do?
I'd love for them to let me have an Elphaba audition, and I spoke to the director. Her name's Petra, and I said, this was like running up to the last show, and I said, I'll be texting you in a few years, seeing if you'll get me in for an Elphaba audition. And she was like, darling, I'm not sure. And I was like, well, you never know.
What about films then? You said you were in the film. Any more of those? Is that sort of something you might want to do?
So I was lucky again to do another cameo role in a film called Pride, which is a beautiful film on a true Welsh story, showing the real community spirit that Wales has, especially in the South Wales valleys. So if you haven't seen that, check it out. It'll make you cry. It's fantastic.
Will, certainly.
So that was really cool to work with Bill Nighy, Imelda Staunton. I had a dance scene with Dominic West.
Yeah.
I mean, I say those things out loud, and I still think I just don't understand. I don't understand how I got it, but I was really lucky. But I would love to audition for more stuff like that. I'd love to audition for something, like Casualty or Holby City, because they have some really, really lovely guest stars on there, and I've had a lot of musical theatre people.
Yeah.
Friends of mine that have had little cameo roles on there. So yeah, I'd love to. But I mean, singing is where I'm most happy.
Yeah.
It's, even just, I don't know if people have seen, but I'm singing in my bathroom at the moment just to.
You use social media quite a lot, don't you? Do you do that because you're young and trendy, or because you think there's something you've got to do to keep your face out there? How do you
it's probably a bit of both, to be honest, because I do love. I actually, again, get ripped a little bit for how much I love Instagram. Like, I get teased about it. But I love keeping up with people's lives. I love looking at what people are doing, and I love photos and videos. Like, I think it's probably because I've lived away. Like, I'm constantly asking my family to send me videos and pictures of the babe, my niece and nephew, or I'm just someone that loves to look at people's life. I'm probably a bit nosy as well. But
the Rhonda girl, isn't it? It's
I love small people too. But for me, it's definitely a little bit of a business tool. It's the way of the world now, isn't it? Like if we were to have.
I don't know. I'm too old. I'm too old for all that. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered with any of it. I don't even know what TikTok is.
Oh, TikTok. Best. TikTok's the best one. I was like you a few weeks ago. I went, I'm past it. I can't be doing another social media thing, and then TikTok found me, and I'm just obsessed because people are so funny on there. Like, people are so clever and imaginative. It just really makes me laugh. But with Instagram and Twitter, it is definitely a way to push see albums and concerts, and especially the stuff I'm doing now. Like as I was telling you earlier, I'm doing the online singing lessons. I've done a few workshops. I'm doing a confidence and anxiety talk in June. So for stuff like that, for me to push those things, it's really handy. But then I do also like just putting a picture on of like a new outfit.
And it's a bit of fun, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. Why not?
Especially in this lockdown time when everything is the same old Groundhog Day all the time. You two look like you're having a laugh, to be honest.
Honestly, Ellis and me, we're like kids, honest to God. We just play around, and I dyed his hair blonde in the first week, and you know, we've just really had a laugh.
We're gonna have a little quiz now, okay?
Oh, I love quiz.
What are you drinking, by the way? I reckon are you a green tea type of girl?
No, my God, I'm Builder's
Tea. 2
tea.
sugars?
No, I'm just milk, normal milk. I'm vegetarian, but I was vegan for a while. But I missed my dairy so much. I just miss cheese and chocolate, and so I'm milk and normal tea. You can't.
Gotta be done, innit? Gotta be done. Yeah. Come on, let's ask these questions, right? So basically, I'm gonna ask you 10 questions. It's gonna be an either-or answer, and I want you to say the first thing that comes into your head as quick as you can. All right, so you haven't really got much time to think about it. So if I say to you rugby players or football players, you say
rugby players.
Maybe, well, you didn't have to, but you know that's what I want you to do.
Not even in the room,
okay, so we're gonna do this and see if we can get into your head a little bit. Okay, see what you think. So, date night in or girls' night out?
Girls' night out.
Red or white?
White.
Sondheim or Lloyd Webber?
Oh, Webber.
Wizard of Oz or Wicked?
Wicked.
Elsa or Anna?
Anna.
Stage or screen?
Stage.
Streisand or Garland?
Oh, God. Garland.
Shirley or Tom?
Tom. Oh, God, no, actually.
Ooh. West End or Broadway?
West End.
Cardiff or London?
Cardiff.
Okay, and say the first thing that comes into your head now, right? Lions and tigers or bears?
Oh, my.
That'll do. That'll do. Okay, so all that remains is, tell me your best joke.
Okay, I'm not very funny in this sense. I'm naturally funny and don't mean to be, but joke-wise, I'm not great. But I do have a few Mexican jokes. I do like Mexican food. So, what do you call a Mexican under a rug?
I don't know. What do you call a Mexican under a rug?
Andale. And why did the Mexican push his wife off a cliff?
I don't know. Why did he push his wife off a cliff?
Tequila.
Oh yeah, not bad. You're a better singer though. I've got to say, you're a better singer than comedian.
No, I'm more of a like in the moment funny person. I don't do scripted jokes.
Oh, fantastic. No, that's great though. Thanks so much for coming on and having a little chat. I do appreciate it. Hopefully we'll see you next year singing on a stage somewhere soon.
Yes, hopefully. We'll have to get a duet in somewhere, won't we?
That'll be lovely. I've got a concert booked for February, but I doubt it's going to happen. But who knows?
Oh, who knows? Well, let's just hope. I'm sure there's an announcement coming at some point this week. I just think we need a little bit of breathing space now. We need just a little something. I don't even care where. If it's like you can have a barbecue in your mother's house, but you have to be 100 meters away if you've got a massive garden. You know, just something. I need something.
Yeah, something will be good. But Sophie, thank you so much. Give my best to Ellis there in the background, and I'll see you soon. Thanks a lot for coming on.
Bye.
Bye.
There you go. That was Sophie Evans there, and as promised, we're now going to play you a little clip from her new album. This is I'm Alive.
You set my heart on fire, filled me with love, made me a woman on clouds above. I couldn't get much higher, my spirit takes flight, 'cause I am alive. Oh, when you call on me, when I hear you breathe, I get wings to fly. I feel that I'm alive, I am alive. When you reach for me,
I'm going to leave you tonight with a song that was written by a guy called Darren Parry for my last album, All of Me. I hope you enjoy this one. This is called Soar. From the ashes a fire shall burn. I was lost, but now I return. Like a light from the shadows, well, I'll find my way. I'll get stronger and stronger each day. But you don't think that I'm strong enough. All I know is I'll try. 'Cause I'm gonna live among clouds, and I'll hold my head up so proud. Like a missile I'll shoot straight through the sky, way up where the birds fly so high. I'm gonna soar. I'm gonna soar. Like a meteor through the night, I will be shining so bright. Everything that I want is on the other side of fear, but my eyes, they will shed no more tears. But you don't think that I'm strong enough. All I know is I'll try. 'Cause I'm gonna live among clouds, and I'll hold my head up so proud. Like a missile I'll shoot straight through the sky, way up where the birds fly so high. I won't lay down, I'll get up off the floor. You watch me, I'm gonna soar. Clouds, and I'll hold my head up so proud. Like a missile I'll shoot straight through the sky, way up where the birds fly so high. I'm gonna soar. I'm gonna soar. I'm gonna show tonight, folks. Thank you so much for watching. Please come chat with me again. I'll see you soon. Good night.